All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you today. And the first thing that I want to talk about is Grayscale buying up over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. But eventually, here, we're going to get to these 6 coins that are almost certainly a good buy and are going to have much higher value in the future. Stick around for that reason. So, Grayscale acquires $1.2 billion in a single week. Nothing new for Grayscale, though, but it is a lot. According to a sales report filed by Grayscale Investments with the SEC about the number of recently issued GBTC shares the company purchased, a staggering $1,276,000,000 in Bitcoin. On January 21st, Grayscale filed a report with the SEC stating that since the filing date of the previous sales report on January 14th, the company has issued 37 million GBTC shares and acquired 35,159 Bitcoin, representing $1.2 billion. So they're the biggest Bitcoin buyer among hedge funds. This fact is also admitted by the most famous Bitcoin hater, Peter Schiff. The company's been raking in funds from BTC chasers at a fast pace. As reported, the subsidiary of Barry Silbert's digital currency group, Grayscale bought a whopping $300 million worth of Bitcoin in just 24 hours on January 20th alone, which is 8,762 Bitcoin. According to their recent Q4 2020 report, in that quarter, the investment company saw massive inflows of Bitcoin totaling $4.7 billion. So, with that said, Grayscale has got some even better news for you guys. And I got it probably almost first. I don't know. Who knows? But either way, these 6 coins are probably going to go up in the future because of this, if not right now. In fact, I got 6 coin market caps open. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Grayscale has incorporated 6 more trusts, including ones for Chainlink and Tezos. So crypto asset manager Grayscale has incorporated 6 more trusts, including Chainlink and Tezos. The trusts were formed by Delaware trust company Grayscale's statutory trustee in recent months. So besides Link or Chainlink and Tezos, the other 4 trusts include BAT, Decentraland or Mana, LivePeer, and Filecoin. So all the 6 trusts were formed in December, except for the Filecoin Trust, which is incorporated in October. The trust formations do not mean Grayscale will launch these products, Michael Sonneheim, CEO of Grayscale Investments, told the block. Grayscale is always looking for opportunities to offer products that meet their investor demands. Occasionally, we will make reservation filings, though a filing does not mean we will bring a product to the market. Grayscale has and will continue to announce when new products are made available to investors. So, now over $25 billion in assets. Grayscale, definitely one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin in the world right now, aside from maybe a few exchanges. But, so again, they did say it's not a 100% guarantee, but they did make the trusts in order to do that. So let's take a look at some of these prices, some of that FOMO. And LivePeer is currently at, let's get rid of the price of BTC and market cap. The straight wall at the moment, it was $1.48, is now $4.19. So yeah, that's up. You could say that that's up. Let's go to the week chart on that. Oh my God, it's a wall. So yeah, that's up a little bit more than 120%, I would say. Let's see, just 24 hours, maybe it's slightly different. Yeah, I suppose so. But $4.19 for LivePeer. Filecoin up to $22. Get rid of this and get rid of that. You can see here there was just this big, gigantic explosion in the price of Filecoin. It literally went to $67 because, that's all-time high. Never mind. I apologize on that one. But so Filecoin actually going down just a little bit, but you could see that news must have come out at some point here and pumped that up. But again, if Grayscale does make these trusts, they're going to be buying probably not nearly as much as Bitcoin, of course, but They're going to be buying tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars worth of these coins, depending on how they allocate them. Chainlink at $22 again. So it did dip a little bit there, but now back up. Tezos way, way up at $3.24. Mana way up at 65%, up to 18 cents. BAT up 40%, up to 33 cents. So those 6 coins, if Grayscale goes through with that trust, are going to be super hot buys at the moment. So moving on here, MicroStrategy buys the Bitcoin dip, adds 310 Bitcoin, 10 million to its treasury reserve. Business intelligence company MicroStrategy announced today that it has acquired an additional 10 million worth of Bitcoin, bringing the company's total Bitcoin holdings to approximately 70,784 Bitcoin. Geez, only that little? God, that's just nothing. That's not much Bitcoin at all. Only 70,000 Bitcoin. The latest purchase was done at an average price of approximately $31,808 per Bitcoin, suggesting that the company took advantage of the recent dip in Bitcoin to increase its exposure. And this is what I was saying. I made a video about something like a week ago, and the title of the video was basically why I don't think Bitcoin can dump again. And what I mean by that is sort of a 2017 level dump. So, something like $40,000 to back to $8,000 or something like that, like the majority of the entirety of the value of Bitcoin. And the reason I say that is because companies like this are on the sideline waiting with $10 million. Now, $10 million is, in the long run, is nothing compared to Grayscale and such, but that's still a lot of money. So there's basically whales in the form of companies now waiting around. So no longer just whales waiting for the dips or whales selling off. Now there's actual companies waiting around to pick the money back up. So that's why I say that. I think the only way that really Bitcoin can dip is extreme FUD. Like we had the FUD the other day with BitMEX announcing for some reason that they thought that there was a double spend in Bitcoin, which is, to be totally frank, almost impossible. You would need just the most tremendous amount of hash rate with Bitcoin, and that's one of the reasons Bitcoin is Bitcoin, I suppose, is the incredible security on it. So double spending on Bitcoin would be very, very, very difficult. And then we also had Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary candidate, who is really hot on crypto and then really cold on crypto. In some ways that she thinks that crypto could be a boon to the economy and to work with, that maybe the Fed Reserve could have a crypto and this, that, and the other thing. And then on one end, she's sort of saying that terrorists use Bitcoin, which has just been the usual MO of politicians since the inception of Bitcoin, essentially. Which the US dollar is far, far, far more covered in basically filth than Bitcoin is, including the euro and probably pound and any other currency out there. So which is a little ironic. And those two sort of combined, there was also some FUD going around that Janet Yellen may consider taxing unrealized gains. So that means that if you're holding on to Bitcoin, and let's say you're holding on to it for 2 years and then you sell it, well, then you pay the taxes on it. Depending on your country's laws, etc., you end up paying less tax when you hold a asset for over a year. Some countries it's zero if you hold it for over a year. I believe Germany is the case in that. America, I believe it's not much less. I think it's like 10 or 15% less or something like that, by holding on to it for over a year rather than the short-term gains. So this would essentially tax you at the end of the year. If you bought in Bitcoin at $1,000 and now Bitcoin is at $10,000, well, that was $9,000 realized gains, and you're getting taxed for it even though you didn't sell. And that would be absolutely devastating to pretty much the entire planet. I like to even argue, and this is a mild joke here, that I think that would be a worse invention than the nuclear bomb. Just because who would want to invest then if you're just getting taxed the entire time until you're ready to actually, before you're actually ready to pull it out? That would mean that Bitcoin, the stock market, everything would be taxed before you actually sell it. And I don't think that's going to happen. So we had FUD, bring down the price of Bitcoin. So I think the price of Bitcoin can be brought down even maybe even catastrophically, if the government steps in and does something bad, like, oh, they ban Bitcoin or they ban exchanges or they put taxes on unrealized gains or this, that, or the other thing. I think that would be very devastating to Bitcoin and many other assets as well. And that could probably be a catalyst for it. But other than that, I think if Bitcoin left to its own right now is definitely not looking like there's going to be any catastrophic dump. Hope not. Moving on here. Jim Cramer of Mad Money recommends a 5% portfolio allocation to Bitcoin. So we finally got some of these guys, like these TV guys and stuff, starting to finally make a lot of videos and a lot of, TV appearances talking about Bitcoin. And now we've had that for a few years now. But I remember a few years ago, it was very lesser. It was very surprising when there was something on about Bitcoin on TV, like on news or Mad Money or something like that. It would be like the top post on a crypto Reddit or on a forum or something like that because everyone was just so excited about it. Now it's not particularly uncommon to see it, so we're starting to move forward into the real world here. Cramer went on the air to say how he would invest his money if he had just won the $731 million Powerball jackpot that was just won. Apparently somebody won it and they don't know who won it yet. Nobody's come forward with it. But he was just postulating on his show on Mad Money. So this list included real estate, art, gold, and Bitcoin. Cramer advised viewers to invest 5% of their portfolio in gold, issuing the same advice regarding Bitcoin. You know what? Yes, I'm going to say it. 5% in Bitcoin, he said, adding that Bitcoin is becoming an important store of value. Cramer's phrasing indicates that he feels Bitcoin may still be a controversial suggestion to some of his viewers, as all of his viewers are investing into gold and real estate and stocks. That's basically what he does. He says, sell this, buy this on his show. He's the guy with all the wacky buttons that they made fun of on South Park and whatnot. And now he's finally starting to suggest Bitcoin, which is probably a good idea after it just went from 10,000 to 40,000. He might have wanted to get on that one a little bit earlier, but okay, we'll give you that. Fair enough. However, the recommendation is an indicator that Bitcoin is firmly entering the mainstream, with viewers of one of the most widely watched investment shows in the U.S. now receiving Bitcoin advice. Moving on to CoinMarketCap here, $937 billion market cap. Yesterday's episode that I made was something in the 800 billion market cap. So we are moving on back up a little bit here. A little sluggish in terms of Bitcoin, a little sluggish in terms of the prices coming back, and now sort of dipping just a little bit, but it's just some people taking them profits off. And but either way, Bitcoin getting more and more and more rare as these big companies and such are buying it up. So get it quick. 32,412 Bitcoin, 1,228 Ethereum, $16.99. 99 cent. I really like that 99 cent right on there. That's it seems like a good deal because it's not quite 17, right? You don't want to buy it if it's 17, but $16.99, that's good stuff. But that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video as well. My social media in the description below. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.